Hey there. Well, I got kind of a late start tonight. How can there possibly be two people already here? How is that amazing? And I forgot my glasses. I hope I can read. Hello, Kurt. Welcome back, Emily. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hi, little five, small five. Um, I what a bummer. I forgot my glasses. My eyes are. I'll open with that. I'm becoming a little bit concerned. My vision is going really quick. This right eye is very blurry, and now the left eye seems worse now as well. So I've got an appointment with the ophthalmologist. I think that's what it is. Greetings. Hello. When I try to get closer, I can't read. I don't think I can read anybody's names, but I can just a little read your comment. Greetings. So I am going to take care of that, and this is an opportunity for me to utilize the principle of hope your eyes will be better. Thank you. I think that's what you said. This is a chance for me to use the principle of recognizing true limits and true opportunity, right? I mean, my opportunity is to see a doctor and begin the process of finding out what's going on. My limit is that there's not much I can do myself other than I've been trying to limit my screen time on the computer, which is a little hard to do given that I work in IT and I work from home, and I will use a computer all day long. But I'm trying to do that, try to break up the routine of the eyes, try to get out from the house and look around, you know. But, you know, it seems to be having a limited effect. It really stood out to me tonight. I went out, it's Friday night, so I went out to get my family dinner, and as I was driving, my night vision was just crap. I was really kind of concerned about that. Well, anyway, enough about that. The topic at hand is, as I said in the title, Emily is coming back. The experiment of living on her own has gone pretty well, but two main things really impacted things. One impacted our decision to bring her back. Well, we didn't decide to bring her back. It was a family decision. Ultimately, it was in Emily's hands to make the decision, but it was a family decision. The two things were the continuing COVID situation, right? So, and her school. Well, basically, both situations revolve around COVID. One being that her school remains closed, and we don't see any. Doesn't look like there's any chance it's going to be opening, which means that she can go to school anywhere. And then the second, and even if that was it, that'd be okay. She could stay where she is. But the second one is the one that caused us all concern. The living situation. She's been living in a special kind of an environment. It's a place called Star City. I can tell you where she lived because she's effectively moved out. She's back with us now. Star City is an experimental living arrangement whereby it's kind of like dormitories in a way, but for working adults. The demographic is early 20-somethings, typically those that are just out of college, and what you do is you come together, and they have like a suite, like a thing where there's like 4 rooms and 4 bedrooms. Each bedroom has a lock on it, on the door, and then a common living room and a bathroom, 2 bathrooms. Oh, I can't even read your comment. Oh my gosh, my eyes are so bad. Wow, I finally caught alive. Oh yeah, there you are. If I go close, I can see. Hi, Maddie. I've been watching you since I was 15. I'm 24 now. Glad you and your family are doing good during these hectic times. Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate that. And thank you for the long support. It's so interesting how the demographic, the people that seem to watch my channel, so often fit this demographic. The one difference being that you're female. Most of the people that watch my channel are young males. I'm always very curious to meet the females. I'm curious about what the attraction is, or that didn't come out right. What I mean is, what is it that would interest a 15-year-old anybody? Watch a middle-aged man talking about life, or walking around in the woods, or sitting under a bridge in the desert, or talking about old abandoned places in Japan. So, Maddie, I'd love to learn more about that. The reason being is that whatever it is that seems to be of interest, I'd like to do more of that, because your demographic, your age range, is the target age range that I basically do my life's work for, mainly plug the book again, my book, Going Alone, right? I wrote this for your age group, for young adults that are entering into the world and wondering about the life that they can make for themselves. So Maddie, if you'd like a copy, just send me an email, dinnerbytheriver@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to send you a free copy anywhere in the world. So book plug aside, and welcome Maddie, I'm glad you joined. So the thing about Emmy's Place was, and I'm catching it for anybody that just joined, I'm talking about how Emily is coming back to live with us. And Small Five says that the Emily's little secret little video have 506 viewers. See, that title works. Yeah, it does. It's funny how to pull out that little nugget of to draw people in. I wonder how many people got frustrated watching that video, because the secret is only just like, what is that, like 5% of the video, so hidden somewhere in the middle. I don't feel at all guilty about doing this. So Emily had moved to the Star City, right? In Star City, there's Star Cities in large major metropolitan areas all around the United States, and even in Europe now. There's one in Seattle. I think it started in Seattle, one down here. And the builders would build these buildings specifically for this, like a big apartment complex, but they're suites. You know, big section, four bedrooms, big common living room, a nice kitchen, 2 bathrooms, so that 2 rooms would share. And Emily's actually had 5 rooms in it. Yeah, that's right. And what's nice is that it comes with lots of amenities. You know, there's a gym and a pool, and it's centrally located. That's the real appeal. Very, very centrally located in the heart of it. Places where young people just starting out probably couldn't afford to live. We were more attracted to it, not so much for the locale, although that was attractive, but we thought it would be a nice way for Emily to get started, to kind of have a dormitory type of environment. I kind of wish she'd chosen to go straight to a university right off the bat and done the dormitory thing. Hopefully she'll do that when she transfers. She's going to transfer next year to university. And somebody wrote, your book is available. Oh, the book is in the Kindle store. I just got an email. So she is going to transfer to university. She's talking about either doing a dormitory or even a sorority maybe. But anyway, back to Star City in Marina Del Rey. Big building, these blocks of suites. Hello, Kurt. How are you? I'm good. Joshua, nice to talk to you. Big blocks of suites, and in addition to having all of the other stuff, there's also cleaners that come in like twice a week, clean the common areas, bathrooms, stuff like that. It's kind of a fancy deal, you know. Not quite what I would have in mind for a college student. I think college students should suffer. The back wall looks like a funky go board. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Maddie says, I started watching you. Oh, good. You're going to tell me some more about that. I started watching you during the Japan days when you were exploring abandoned places. I like exploring them too, haha. But I still enjoy your content these days. I'm in North Carolina. I'll shoot you an email. Very good. Nadia, and thank you for the information. Good for you that you like the adventuring and the abandoned stuff. And I hope you get out there and do you get out and do your abandoned stuff. Typically when people write to me, I like to write back and get to know them a little bit. So I'll ask you about what you like to do and what adventures you've had. And somebody just went to the website. I missed it though. Oh, someone went from India? Yeah, from Hyderabad, India. Just went to the website. Good morning from Hiversum. Is that you from India? Did you just go to the website? 2006 Crusader 2006. Are you the one from India? I couldn't quite, my bad eyes, I couldn't quite read the city name. So here's what happened. Emily has been living there for about 3 months or so, 3-4 months now. And COVID came a-calling to the building and spread quite rapidly. Turns out that living arrangement, that kind of a dormitory type of a deal in the heart of Marina Del Rey, in the heart of the LA scene, right? Full of young adults who typically, at least my experience walking around seeing, they seem to be a little less cautious about COVID than the older folks. Hold on. I've been watching you. Joshua says, I've been watching you since your the message sent is never the message received video from Japan. Wow. Now I am a junior in college studying philosophy. I hope Emily is enjoying college so far. That's amazing. Good for you, studying philosophy. And you remember the message sent is never the message received. That wasn't my quote, by the way. That was my professor, Doug Losey. And that's wonderful. Good for you, Joshua. Let me know if you need a copy of my book. I'll happy to send it to you. And is this genuine? Says, hello, Kurt. Hello. That did not sound good. Is good that she's coming back. You're right. You're right, little five, small five. I'm from the Netherlands, Kurt. Oh, yeah. I should know that because I remember talking to you the other day. You helped me to remember NL. The one that loves your bicycle ride with your daughter. Thank you. The president has caught COVID-19. Stay safe. Thank you. Thank you. And I do recognize your names, and sometimes I don't always put the pieces together. Thank you for your patience in advance for this old band that's trying to keep up. So you can see where this story is going, right? So big communal building, heart of the city, populated by young adults who may be a little more reckless than older ones, and COVID arrived to the building and spread pretty well. So after a while, we simply decided, and we take this very seriously, the COVID thing. Emily takes it really seriously. So we finally decided it wasn't worth the risk. So we decided to pull her out. So, which is a very costly affair for two reasons. One, we had to break two leases. We had to break her lease, and we had to break this lease because we had to move out of, Yumiko and I had downgraded to a smaller one-bedroom apartment, but now we need to upgrade again back to a two-bedroom apartment. So fortunately, I found a nice ground level unit over here that I was able to secure, and then we broke Emily's lease. So, remember how I talked, one of you was talking about how, the struggling with the debt and how never getting ahead. That's forever the case. It's so much so in my life that I've kind of given up even thinking that I ever will be caught up. I mean, this one event right now of taking us down is going to, I don't mind sharing the amount. It's going to cost, I think $6,000 just to switch apart, to move her back, right? Just $6,000 out of pocket just to get out of those two leases. Doesn't count the cost of moving things in. We'd also gotten rid of her because her new place came with furniture. So we'd thrown all of her other furniture away, her bed and everything. So now we have to buy a new bed and all that stuff. And so add another $1,000, another 1 or 2 or 3,000 on top of that. So okay. So what other principle can I use for that? Temperance is one. Temperance, faced with this big expense that comes up. Temperance, temper my emotions, temper my concern and my worry. Again, looking at, and again, true limits and true opportunity. This is an opportunity to make my daughter safe. The limits are that I can't get out of that without breaking the leases, and that's just that. And someone just went from Bayswater, Victoria. That's down in Australia, right? Is that right? Victoria, Australia? Love it down there. I used to spend a lot of time down in Bairnsdale. Every year I would go there. Safety is priceless. Yes, I agree. I'm also thinking that it's a good experience for Emily to have lived out of the house and then come back. Mom and I, her mother and I, laid down some new rules because we got kind of used to, in the last 3 or 4 months, having our life just to ourselves. For example, we told her tonight, no more dirty dishes in the sink, no more leaving things laying around. Maybe we spoil her because she's our only child, but we told her, you come back, you're going to have to, behavior is going to have to be the thing. I heard someone mention a funny idea, the concept of a boomerang kid, right? And they come back, right? Not an uncommon thing, apparently, especially in places like this, where it's, as expensive as it is to live in Orange County and Los Angeles, in places like this, it's not at all uncommon for kids to head out and come back and maybe come back again maybe come back again after that. Or maybe even the whole dynamic will change and the kids will be living more like with their families. Are there really 31 of you? Wow. On Monday, I will be having my 4th COVID test. I am thankful that my school is able to stay safe so I can be there. Joshua, wonderful. I'm sorry that you have to have the test. If I remember, they're kind of painful, right? They stick the thing up your nose. I had the antibody test, but I haven't had the testy test. I hope it's good. Smart move. COVID-19 has a low chance of killing younger people like Emily. However, it causes some level of heart damage in over 50% of people who recover. No kidding. Wow. Thank you for that information. So that's the thing I wanted to share with you tonight, was Emily's going to be coming back, and I'm kind of glad to see her coming back. We kind of missed her in a way, but I'll tell you, Yumiko and I also quickly got used to having our life, just the two of us again. So maybe I'll have a chance to have her sit beside me and make some videos. That'd be interesting. After all, I'm doing this on her behest. It was her idea for me to start doing this again, so I want to thank her. And after that, it's kind of late. I'm going to wrap up. I'll do my one little reading, and then I'll wrap up and go to bed. Although maybe I can't read because I forgot my glasses. Oh, and Emily redid 2 of the drawings in the book that came out a little dark. I'll show you. See, this is the Path of Wildness drawing. See how dark that is? She lightened it up. So those of you that are waiting for me to send you your copy of the book, I'm going to add those lighter ones, send that out, and then have that come back. Oh, and I was fiddling around on YouTube. I did something on there. I started that little Teespring thing. So I'm going to take Emily's art and add it to T-shirts and put it out there. Won't that be fun? I've always been one to resist the merchandising of this stuff and the likewise, but I think it would be kind of fun to share Emily's art and T-shirts. It's going to have her image in the back, and then it'll be, say, like the Going Alone thing on the front. Okay, the next one. I may not be able to go very far if I can't read this. And someone just went from Senryo Kaigashi, Japan. It's interesting how you guys, there's always people showing up at the website when I do these videos. I wonder if you're seeing the link down below. Let me know if that's the case. Okay, it's just a short little one. I don't know, maybe I can't read this. I'll try. Here it is. Recognize true limits and opportunity. How timely. That's the one I referred to twice already. So this is an objective. Is that an objective? Yeah. This is an objective that I laid out to help me to remember when I'm facing situations, to ask myself what is within my power and what is not within my power. And there's like a whole bunch of you just went to the website. San Francisco, California, and 2 others flew by. And from Hilversum, Netherlands, that must be you, my friend from the Netherlands, welcome. Goingalone.org. While you're there, don't forget to hit to join the website. Whenever I do a blog post, you'll get it. And someone just went from Raleigh, North Carolina. Hot dog, look at all of you. Wow. Okay, I'll read this and then I'll sign off. Recognize true limits and true opportunity. I will strive to live life in honest recognition of my true scope of control, which extends no further than my thoughts, actions, and reactions, and the consequences these might entail. I will ask myself how I may craft favorable ends from any circumstance. What misfortune do I not have the power to fashion into some instrument of virtue? Is it death now at the door? Do not bar the way. For the hour of our meeting is truly at hand, and I will not attempt to detain in vain any will, force, or consequence which is truly beyond my control. A little hard to read without my glasses, but I think you get the idea, and I'll add that, I'll supplement that with one of my favorite stories from the Stoics. So the story goes that there was a man that was imprisoned in the Roman emperor's dungeon, and he was down in the prison, and he was playing a game of like checkers with the one guard, heated game. And just then the other guard came walking in and announced that the emperor has decreed that you are to die now, crucifixion, whatever it is we were going to do to you. And as they came over to grab him, and he turned around, this is a Stoic, right? The Stoic man is the prisoner. And he stops, and this is a subtle story, so maybe it's not clear at once, but he stops and he says, well, wait a minute, everybody, you all saw this, right? I was winning. And then they march him off to his death, right? And I'll leave you with that. Now, that to me epitomizes the idea of basically recognizing true limits and true opportunity, right? He knew what his limit was. He wasn't getting out of it. He was going to go to die, but he was also focused on the scope of what he was within his control, which was his emotional reactions, his enthusiasm for the game, his enthusiasm for his life, and pointing out that even though I'm going to my death, I was winning. And while with 35 of you, I'm going to say good night. It means a lot to me that all of you would drop by. I guess Emily was right about making these little live events. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I was going to say something. Oh, I was going to encourage you to go out and see the moon. If you haven't, it's a beautiful full moon last night if you saw it. I think it's around, I don't know, it was beautiful, blood red. It's still full tonight. If it's night where you are, go out and take a look at it. And when it becomes night, take a look. It's coming up beautifully in the evening at sundown and just over the horizon at sundown. And then last comment here, Pete says, nice Kurt, watching from New Zealand. Wow, I'd love to go there. Maddie says, saw the moon after a walk. Very cheesy looking. I like your comment. All right, everybody, you take care and remember, be safe, but not too safe. And you're very welcome. I'm happy to share. And if you'd like a copy of my book, Dinner by the River at gmail.com, I'll be happy to send you a copy, although it'll take me a while to get that to you. Oh, hello there, Ron. Ron, hi, I'm just signing off. But good, is that Ron from Israel? Good, hello. If not Ron from Israel, welcome Ron. Good night, everybody. Good night, Joshua. And tomorrow, it is indeed Ron from Israel. So tomorrow I'm moving. So we're going to start the moving process. So I'll be trucking stuff back and forth between the apartments. Maybe I'll give you an update. Okay, bye Ron. Good night, Leanne. Good night, everybody.